All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at downtown Kingscliff. Fabulous location on the north coast, and we're at Finn's Restaurant. And I've got Scotty here, front of house operator of long standing. Scotty, just give us a little bit of the off the cuff narrative about this restaurant that you find yourself in today.
All right, so Finn's Restaurant has been around for about 15 years, originally in Brunswick Heads, which is about 25 minutes south of here.
Yep.
It then, after about 5 or 6 years, moved to the Beach Hotel in Byron Bay and was probably there for another 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
And then when the Ray Group built this whole area, they invited Snowy to have his flagship restaurant along their strip. So Finn's has been here for maybe close to 5 years now. We seat about 75 people in one sitting.
Yep.
On a good Saturday night, we'll do 120. So we'll turn over close to 55 people in that sitting. We've also got a bar area too that can seat up to about 30 people. You can eat the entire menu in the bar, be it tapas, be it restaurant, be it whatever. This is actually a busier restaurant than he had in Byron Bay in the sense that we feed off 400 hotel rooms. There's 200 in the Peppers Resort over there and another 200 sort of just behind us up in the Mantua Resort.
Okay, so Finn's is obviously a branded name in the area. What if you were going to eat here? What dish would you be selecting off the menu here?
Well, we're Finn's, you've got to have fish, so we source fish from Brunswick Heads, Tweed Heads, Byron Bay, anything local that we can get.
Yeah.
And quite often it's not long off the boat, so hopefully that morning or
Not long off the boat, yeah.
that afternoon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we get them in whole. We get whole mahi-mahis, whole mackerel. The chefs will bone them out, cut them down, fillet them. We use all the fish bones and fish scrap that you can't use for fillet for other dishes like bacalhau balls, which are a salted cod and potato ball, Portuguese thing.
Yep.
So we try not to waste anything in that sense. But yeah, our focus is on fresh produce, so
Okay.
it goes through to our fruit and veg as well. We try and buy locally and organic and keep it all cool in that
All right.
regard.
And if I was going to bring my loved ones here for a meal, what sort of average price could I expect to pay per head?
Once you tie in food and wine, you probably look at about $100 a head.
$100 a head.
Yeah.
Well, that seems very civilised. And of course, I've got Ben here with me also from Coffee Conspiracy. Ben, what's your feeling about the vibe in this particular facility?
Well, Finn's, I've known about Finn's for quite a while. I'm being a Byron local. I used to go to Finn's beside the Beach Hotel. I had a wedding there. A mate of mine got married 5-6 years ago now, probably longer. And he dished up a soft-shelled tempura mud crab that was very, very good. Turned me to mud crab, and I must say, that really stuck me with about Finn's. I thought, yep, great dish, and a great restaurant. And then when I heard it actually moved and came up to Kingscliff and Casuarina, it was, you follow a good restaurant.
Yeah.
And
how many people are working in this facility to keep the wheels on?
When we're full, there's probably 8 on the floor and 8 in the kitchen, so you're talking about probably 16 to 18 people.
Yeah.
Overall.
And by the time you've cleaned up at night, here comes some sea rescue surf personnel, just to indicate the ocean's not far away. By the time you've cleaned up, what time do you get home from here, or what time do you depart?
12:30.
12:30.
12:30. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we could come back here and frequent the bar a little bit later on in the evening.
Yeah, I might not let you in after about 11.
Yeah.
So how have you found, post GFC? How have you found the punters come back and return, or is it more? Are you getting more tourists come through, or is it you get the locals? Still get a lot of locals coming through and willing to have a decent meal.
That is something, over the last few years, that has become an issue that we consider all the time, whether our mould is a bit outdated or whether people are still willing to spend money on a good meal or whether they're looking for a bargain all the time.
Yeah.
I think what we're lucky in the sense that we have is that people always have special occasions still, like it'll either be, sorry love.
Girl just came in to get in the interview, but we lost her there. Didn't quite get an interview with that girl, but never mind.
So everyone's still got a special occasion, right? When that sort of place, be it Valentine's Day, anniversaries, whatever it is. That being said, we have broadened our product range to include affordable stuff in the bar as well.
Yep.
Fish tacos and stuff that are a bit more approachable. $13-15 and a glass of wine and you're out of here,
Yeah, right. So you can just drift in for a cash.
You've sort of got to just broaden your market a little bit,
Yeah.
And I noticed you've got a pretty good, interesting list of cocktails there.
Yeah,
You got a specialist bar guy who comes in.
I pretty much manage the bar. We've got barmen that come in and work on it as well. But all our cocktails are sort of just twists on old classics. So putting a twist on a Caprioshka or putting a twist on a mojito. Or we've also got a 28-page wine list which has its own index. So that's another whole part of the program
wine.
too.
Yeah, okay, wine knowledge.
And so this year, is there, what can people expect out of Fins as being different or being a bit new to where you've been in the last year, I guess?
People will see Fins gradually becoming more and more approachable and more low key and more relaxed. Basically, you're going to take the formality out of it. It'll still be exactly the same quality. It's still good service, but just a more relaxed attitude. That's what we want to try and get across. We like to cater for kids well. We've got a good kids menu. It's a family environment around here.
Yeah.
Families come away for holidays. Everyone deserves a good time, so look after the kids as well.
Yeah. So can I just ask, as a front of house par excellence, what's for anyone that might be happen to be viewing this, what can you say about the nature of that role and what's required to make it work well, so that you can not only keep yourself employed but do the right consumer thing?
Well, I think the minute you realise that it's not about you, it's about the customer, and that what they're doing, they're not trying to put you out in any sort of way. You just need to get over that little hump and show them a good time, basically. Yeah,
okay. Well, as a consumer, I find that when you go into an inarticulate restaurant or hospitality facility, there's quite often you get the incurred grumpiness or someone doesn't quite know you and doesn't recognise you, and you get that sort of hint of snobbery and prejudice that exists. Obviously, to be successful in your industry, you've got to get belie that and get over that quickly.
Yeah.
So you take all comers in a sense. You just
it's not a realisation that happens quickly either. It's one of those things that sort of builds gradually over the years, and you sort of relax a bit more into it.
Yeah.
It also teaches you to be more organised as well, to give yourself a bit of freedom to get tied up in situations that you didn't really want to be tied up into, but if that's what's required, at least you know that you've got people behind you that can cover you, or you know, just spend a bit of time on a situation rather than just fobbing it straight off. Yeah,
okay. So, it's really that friendly face as soon as you arrive at a place and, feeling comfortable right from the outset. Well, look, we'll just have a bit of a cruise around the restaurant here and take a bit of footage, and thanks very much for that insight into your game.
Pleasure.
All right. Thank you.